Hi, I'm Dee from ArtCD, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a beautiful Procreate stained glass butterfly. This is a beginner-friendly project, so even if you're new to digital art, you'll be able to follow along. You can grab my exclusive stained glass color palette, butterfly templates, and Procreate brush stamps as part of my Patreon membership. I've popped the link in the description below. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to my channel for more helpful Procreate tutorials. Okay, let's dive in and bring this butterfly to life. To begin, open Procreate and select the plus icon and create a new canvas. I'm going to choose a square, the default square canvas. Right, once you have that open, you're then going to adjust your drawing guide. So click on the wrench tool, select drawing guide, and then edit drawing guide. Select symmetry. Adjust the color of the line if you like. I'm going to go for a dark blue here, and I'm going to increase the thickness of the central line so that it's very clear for me. The next thing you're going to do is select a brush. I'm going to go for an inking brush from the brush library. I like to use the technical pen, and I increase the streamline to about 68%. And I'm also going to adjust the stabilization to 60%, maybe slightly less, to 52. Right, let's begin drawing our butterfly. We're going to start off with the center of the butterfly, the body of the butterfly. Start off by drawing an oval shape. Symmetry is wonderful because it really streamlines your work and makes it much faster, and you get these perfect mirror shapes. Then I'm going to draw a second little oval under the first one, and then the large base of the butterfly. I'm just closing up any spaces, any gaps I have in my line work. And then I'm going to draw some eyes. If you're not happy with something that you've done and you'd like to undo it, you can simply tap the canvas with 2 fingers. There we go, 2 symmetrical eyes, and now a little pointed mouth area. I think I'm going to change that, undo, and redraw that into a sharper point. I'm now going to draw the antenna. Because my inking brush is streamlined, you get these lovely smooth lines, and it's very easy to draw something that is stable and streamlined and smooth. I'm not worried about my line work being thin in some areas and thick in other areas, because if you look at leading in real stained glass, the leading does vary in thickness between the shards of glass. Okay, let's begin drawing our wings. So I'm going to start off with the top right wing. Start drawing from the body of the butterfly. Create a gentle curve that waves down and rejoins the center portion of the butterfly body. You can use your eraser tool. I'm setting it to airbrush. I'm going to choose the hard airbrush just to get very sharp edges, and I'm just cleaning up any overlapping lines. Going back to my inking brush, and now I'm going to draw the lower wing of the butterfly. I'm going to overlap it so that I get a good feeling of how it is positioned, and then I'm going to rejoin it up to the body there. I'm going to try that again for a better shape, just a gentle curve, a little tail on each wing, and rejoining it to the center of the butterfly body. There we go. Once again, using my eraser to just clean up any overlapping lines. Now I want to remove that overlapped line, so using my eraser again, I'm going to go in and just remove that. There we go. As you can see, my butterfly is quite high up on my canvas, so you can use the selection tool to move it to the correct position that you want it to be in. I also want to change my shapes ever so slightly. So you can go to the Magic Wand tool, select Liquify, select Push and change the size. And then you can make small adjustments to each side of your butterfly's wings as you so wish. Now you are going to start drawing the fragments within the butterfly wing. I like to divide the wings up into various segments so that it's quite easy for me to drop interesting color into each area. Draw shapes that radiate out from the center of the butterfly towards the outer tips of the wings. You can copy this pattern exactly if you like, or you can use your creativity and come up with your own butterfly wing pattern. And remember, you can go back to your eraser tool to remove any unwanted lines or overlapping lines as you go along. Right, now you're going to duplicate that layer. To do this, select the Layers panel, slide the layer to the left and click Duplicate. Select the first layer of the butterfly you were working on. We then can choose our color palette. If you've imported it, it will be here under Palettes, or you can choose your own colors as you go along. I'm going to start with the brightest yellow and drop it into some of the shapes of the butterfly wings. Once you've dropped it, you can select Continue Filling to easily continue dropping color into the shapes that you like. Continue selecting color and dropping it into the shapes to fill up the butterfly completely. I like to go for yellows and oranges and warmer colors in the central area of the butterfly and cooler blues and purples along the edges of the butterfly's wings. Comes the really fun part. Once you've completely filled in the shapes of your butterfly, you're going to duplicate your outline layer, uncheck the first, go to Adjustments, Hue, Saturation, Brightness, and increase the brightness to 100% so that you've got a white outline. Now you're going to merge your white outline with your color layer by squeezing them together. Your black outline is still visible. You can see it if you check it in the Layers panel, and there it is. Now you go to your Magic Wand tool, Adjustments, and you can go to Noise. You're going to adjust the scale of the noise to 12, and then you're going to swipe your pencil across the page to see that it creates a very grainy effect. It increases the noise. Increase the size of this. You're going to increase to about 70, your octaves to about 53. You can adjust according to what looks best for you. Change it to billows to see the effect, ridges, increase the turbulence. Already you're getting a wonderful glass effect with light reflecting through it. Go ahead and play with these settings until you get a stained glass effect that you're happy with. Now we will be creating a three-dimensional quality to the stained glass lid or the black outline in between the pieces of glass. So go to your outline layer. You're going to duplicate that. You're then going to uncheck the top layer. Make sure you have the layer beneath that selected. You're then going to go to your magic wand tool, hue, saturation and brightness, and adjust this 100% so that you've got a white outline once again. You're then going to duplicate your top black outline layer again, uncheck it, and we are going to go to our adjustments layer and select Gaussian blur, and we're going to slightly increase, drag your pencil across the page to get a very slight Gaussian blur or a blur on that white layer underneath. Go back to your adjustments icon, select liquify, push, increase the size ever so slightly, and then you're going to use the liquify tool to drag down that white layer ever so slightly under the black layer or black outline. Go to your layers panel, select your black outline layer, duplicate it. You're then going to go to your Gaussian blur again, and you're going to slightly increase the Gaussian blur on a black outline layer now. Go back to your layers panel and drag that layer beneath your white layer. Go back to liquify, and now you're going to nudge that shadow layer in the opposite direction to where you moved the white Gaussian blur layer. This creates a wonderful shadow effect, very subtle, but gives a realistic stained glass feel. Once you are happy with your stained glass effect, you're then going to drag all your layers together, merge them, and you can then reposition your butterfly wherever you like on your canvas. If you are creating stickers or clip art, you may want to leave your butterfly on a white background, but if you'd like to create a card or some sort of other digital illustration, you can go ahead and create a background. I'm going to do this by adding a new layer, using my inking pen to draw a geometric border. Then I select symmetry, and for this one I'm going to be using quadrant. This is so that it is mirrored in all four quadrants of the canvas. You can then go ahead and start filling in the patterns that you'd like in the background. I'm going for wavy lines, to create something that is quite different from the shapes within the butterfly. Once you have all your shapes again, you can then select the colors that you want to drop into the shapes in the background. I'm going to go for some light blues. Keep the colors cool so that the butterfly stands out against the background. Once you're happy with the colors for your background, we can now start creating a stained glass effect. Uncheck your butterfly layer, go to your adjustments panel, and for this one I'm going to create a light center. So I'm going to choose bloom, and I'm going to drag my pencil across my canvas and play with the transition, the size and the burn amount in order to get a very light center to my background, like so. Then you can go back to adjustments. You're going to select noise, and once again play with the settings under the noise option in order to create a glass-like effect. To add some finishing touches to your border and your stained glass background, select colors from within the butterfly and add them to the edges. There you have it, your very own Procreate stained glass butterfly. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more Procreate tutorials like this one. For even more awesome Procreate resources like brushes, color palettes and templates, be sure to check out my Patreon membership. I've popped the link in the description below. And if you're interested in turning your creations into stickers, you'll definitely want to check out my next video where I'll show you how to create stickers in Procreate. Trust me, it's easier than you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.